thing. So even though our meditation practice is not necessarily designed specifically for stress relief, but more for the ability to move energy, that said, we can really shift our energy and feel less stressed because of our meditation practice. So today's practice will be around connecting our bodies to the 5 elements. As within, so without. The world that exists around us is the same energy, the same components as within us. When we can connect into the world around us, it helps us to feel a little bit more grounded and perhaps ready for our days. So that not only do we feel grounded, but also through the 5 elements, feel clearer, feel flexible, and feel connected. So we'll get started by coming into a child's pose position. Removing any props that you have, taking your knees nice and wide, toes to touch. And this is the beginning of the meditation. So bring your palms together, close your eyes down. And in order for us to go into meditation more easily, as opposed to kicking and screaming, we want to have a feeling of supplication to the forces beyond ourselves, whatever name you want to give them, right? That universal potentiality. So closing the ego down and letting the heart lead us. Gently let your eyes close, or if they're already closed, gently open them. Take a full breath in and start to walk your fingers out as far as you can, just to lengthen along the side of the body. Spread the fingers wide, feel the connection into the mat. Press the tailbone away, walking the spine long. Imagining every inhale that your body's pushing out against itself, and every exhale it's drawing in towards a central line, a central channel. Out into the world and back into self. Consciously doing that 3 times. And then lift your gaze up, come up onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes in, and then start by pressing the tailbone up. Start to let that ripple effect come up between the shoulder blades. Draw the shoulder heads away from the ears so there's a lot of space around the neck. Maybe you turn the head to the left and to the right just to make sure that that is the case. Sometimes what we think we're doing is not actually what we're doing. Press into the pads of the hands, slightly draw the heels back, push into the toe beds, connect into the ground, into the 4 directions, north, south, east, west, and then flatten your toes, scoop your abdomen, round your spine, draw the chin in. Use that drawing in of the chin to traction your spine a little bit more. And then go between the 2. Inhale and exhale. Now draw the fingers a little closer together. Relax your hands. And use the power of your mind's eye and your core to pull the energy from the front of the body as you arch, to the back of the body as you round, from the top as you breathe in, to the bottom as you breathe out. Adding on the layer of San Hum. Or a gentle shadow of Ujjayi. And then we'll take it from here into child's pose, resting the seat back. Let the weight drop into the heels. and then use that tops of the feet, the heels, to lift up. So you're using that pressure into the earth to lift up into the sky. Inhale, exhale, take it down to the ground, valley. Gliding forward into seal pose. And into up dog, exhale back, child's pose. 4 parts. Press into the toe beds, into the tops of the feet. Use the shins to press into the earth. Inhale up. And exhale, float down. Try to align the head. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulder blades press against the back ribs. And exhale, shoulder blades part, allowing the heart to come in between your thighs. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, float down. Let yourself be moved by the breath. So think of the body just gliding along like a kite on the wind, right? The wind supports the kite. The kite is just moving with this energy, taken in various directions, but not pushing. So as little effort as possible. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, ripple forward. This time, tuck toes, reach it back, downward facing dog. Start with a wide-legged dog. Feet are wide, hips are up high, and maybe you can work a little cat-cow in down dog to find the perfect fulcrum point that will keep you suspended without feeling the weight of your body. We're looking for this thing called sattva guna, which is the feeling of weightlessness. Even the planets that are suspended in space that are heavy, right? Imagining the weight of the world, right? There's a perfect alignment of those planets that keeps them all suspended in nothing. That's the same feeling idea that we want to have in our postures, right? That we're embodying space where our breath inside is as equal force to the outside. And in order to get that, we need to be perfectly aligned. Joints spacious. Take the knees down. Sit back in child's pose. Rest for a moment. And then you have the option now to invert. So if you want to come into dolphin pose, you can come into dolphin by interlacing the fingers, taking the elbows down, lifting the hips up, and then walking the feet in a little closer. Otherwise, Shirsasana, crown of the head is kind of locked in, elbows are locked in, tucking the toes, and then bringing one foot in, the other foot in, and slowly coming up into Shirsasana. Whichever variation you're in, we're holding here for 5 breaths. So taking the deep breath in, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3. Try not to let your mind jump ahead to coming out so that you're really present with yourself. As you start the next exhale to lower back down, coming into Vajrasana, the kneeling position. Just make fists with the hands. We're going to come into Gomukhasana arms, but I want to do it a little differently. You're going to reach the right hand forward, plug the shoulder into the shoulder head into the socket, and then reach the arm up. Notice if you tend to over leverage where you swing the arm back and the ribs pop in, see if you can soften the ribs down. And that might mean you've lost some of the pull back here, but it's actually more anatomically safe. Maybe you even take the upper arm and externally rotate it and then draw it back. Drop the hand down behind, feel the shoulder blade flush against the back, and then sweep that left fist down to the ground like you're punching into the ground. Bring it to center line and then to the top. Again, work it towards one another and then extend the fingers. And if the fingers match, great. If not, just grab your clothing. Weight is into the heels. Gaze slightly up towards the ceiling. We're here for 5 breaths. Gazing forward, release the clasp and release the arms down. Just take your hands into your lap, let one hand rest on top of the other. Relax your shoulders. So even though your body is in one position, you may feel that your energy wants to pull in certain ways. Maybe it wants to lift up or push forward or back. See if you can arrange the energy inside the physical body so that it is going to give you the most ergonomic and easeful way to be. And then we'll take the opposite side. So again, take the left arm forward, kind of punch it out. Notice the shoulder comes out and then draw it back in. Lift the arm up, and then we want to internally rotate the arm. So we're pulling the bicep out, the tricep in, and then you maybe have more space. And then the back of the head acts to help lift up rather than the ribs pushing forward. Keep the ribs tidy. Right hand punches down. So we have the elbow lifted up, but the hand dropped down. Just let the energy come into that pattern. Right, so we have a heaven to earth connection here. Earth to sky. Human to spirit. And then bringing that right hand behind, fist to fist. And then last thing, the fingers. Notice if you're fighting for the bind. And then gaze gently up towards the ceiling, 5 breaths. And slow release. Hands back to the lap, switch the cross. Lift your seat up, take your feet over to the right side, hooking the left foot over the right ankle, reach the right arm down, lengthen and lean over to the side for mermaid pose. Turn the gaze gently up. And then slowly release. We'll lean back and bring the feet over to the other side, hooking the ankle, the foot over the ankle. The same hand as the foot extends out, and the same arm as the knee draws over. And the last part is where the head and the neck are released. So there's a lift up through the heart center, and then the gaze is gently up towards crook of the elbow. Using the breath to gently ask the ribs and the lungs to open a little bit wider. And then slow release down. Take your hands behind. Last thing we'll do is to extend the feet out long. And coming into Dandasana, we'll actually do a little bit of release for nervous energy before we get into Sine. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms up again. Don't let the ribs pull forward. Take your first 2 fingers, like little scissor fingers, and bring them down in between the big toes and the second. You can see here that I'm actually trying to not round my spine, but actually lengthen and lift up. And then an exhale, I'm going to bend the elbows, keeping that straight spine. So it's an inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend the elbow, pull the heart gently forward. The gaze is kind of over a fake horizon. Inhale. Exhale. And we can go a little faster here. Once you have the correct alignment, making sure it's safe for your back, you're not pulling on the lower back, you're not rounding your spine. Legs are engaging. Next time you come up, big breath in, exhale this time, draw the chin in, draw the eyes closed, push the thighs down, holding. Gently release the lock of the chin, relax the pelvic floor, relax the feet, and slowly roll up. So it's time to come into your meditation seat. I'm going to be using 2 blocks to sit up on, but of course you may find something more suitable for your body. So in today's meditation practice, we'll bring our energy inward using a mudra. So we're going to take the fingers together. This is called Hakini Mudra. The heel of the hands is slightly apart. Relaxing your knees down. Softening your face. Relaxing your cheeks. The jaw hinge and the teeth and the tongue. This mudra begins to bring the energy inward to the heart center. And then we'll take the hands underneath the armpits. So tuck your hands, the thumb gently pressures the chest. Go into the back of the body and organize the back of the body. Maybe leaning back a little or doing a gentle cat-cow to find, again, the most comfortable place. And then come to the front of the body and notice if all the energy is slumped in the back, and bring a little front. So the front and back are equally energized. Imagining maybe that you had heat lamps on the front and the back, and that you want to have it perfectly balanced between the two. And gently slide your hands back out from your armpits and bring them to rest on your knees. Thumb and first finger to touch. As your thumb and first finger touch, bring attention to the eyebrow center. Let your attention rest there. And then release the thumb and first finger. Relaxing both sides of the brain. And drop awareness to the base of the body. Feel the base. This is the densest part of the body. More of you here than anywhere else. And it's connected down into your support by gravity. And there are certain rules in the Earth stratosphere. And that is that the energy flows from the top down. It's the way our bodies are organized. It's the way we drink water, it goes down. We eat food, it goes down. Right? The earth itself is negatively charged, not meaning bad, just negative. So it has a magnetic quality to it. It has a drawing to it. Notice if you find it difficult to let yourself be heavy. right? If you're always trying to jump up out of your skin and do, can be difficult to let yourself rest into the earth and to feel the support of the earth meet your body. Right? You are not levitating, you are not in a plane, you are on the ground. And allow the base of your antenna or coccyx to relate down. Imagining that you maybe had a cord or gently tugging down to connect you to earth. And the top half of the body, from the navel towards the crown of the head, is wanting to rise up. And the air around earth is positively charged. Like that part of us that is ready to go. Notice if that's a struggle, right? If you're reversed in your energies, that the bottom half wants to move, but the top half feels lethargic. Notice the back of your body, how it's held upright, almost supported. And the weight of the skull gently perched on top of the spinal column. Crown of the head lifted towards sky, heaven. Gently poised between north and south. And just let your breath find that pathway, top to bottom. Air to earth. There's the axis from left to right. So noticing if your shoulders are tilted a little to one side, or your waist is a little collapsed, or the hip is dropped down. See if you can organize your body right to left. The element of water, like able to move freely. And then finding like a leveler, the water in the level just finds the perfect place. There's this wonderful axis from top to bottom, left to right. We have those two axes well established, then the diagonals between the left hip and the right shoulder is open diagonal, not curled in or not furled in at the edges, but able to express into the world with confidence. And then the right hip to the left shoulder, and maybe even imagining this in the back body, right? The supports. Because we are more than three-dimensional, we're moving all the time with the breath. Front to back, side to side, up and down as the diaphragm slides up and down. Soothing the vagal nerve that runs up the center, releasing tension in the spinal column. As you breathe in, that diaphragm gently lowers, creating a negative pressure, and as you breathe out, it releases. Our radiance to be pressed out. Every inhale, just like the sun has to go back into its orbit, come back to center as you exhale. Pressing out, expression, manifestation, and then back to center, recalibration, resourcing. All of that begin to fade into the background now as you sit. We let the body release. We don't have to worry so much about holding it. It feels like it's suspended. And there's a place where we enter into meditation. Beyond the mind and in towards space where there is both negative and positive ions equal. Right? It's the place of pure potentiality. Right? The things, the thoughts haven't been formed yet. The ideas haven't been created. The beliefs haven't been imprinted. In this place, meditation, sattva guna, there is no thing. There's no earth, there's no water, there's no fire, there's no air, there's no just space. Right? Like Play-Doh, anything can be created. Sitting quietly. I'll let you know when the meditation is complete. sit and our channels are open. In Tantra, we are allowing the prana, it's very special magnetized energy, to enter into our bodies through the nadis. And this energy, it's like, again, it's neither positive or negative, it's a mixture of both. So it's pliable and it can be used for anything. And everything needs energy, no matter what you want in this world, whether it's something material or a shift in the way you are, right? It requires energy. You get it, and you get it for free just by being still. You may notice that there's a tingling that builds in your hands. If not, then just keep doing the practice, and over time, as you become more sensitive, you will begin to feel that. This energy can be used to do energy healing on your own body. It can also be used to direct it to others and for the whole collective world. And it can also be put towards an intention that you have. So different ways to use this tejas. If you want to do healing on your body, just placing your hands anywhere that you feel pain or sluggishness or dullness, or just intuitively that you're called to. If you want to bless someone else and kind of offer like your own cultivated, harvested prana to another, then just bringing your hands up in line with the heart center and visualizing that person or the world, peace. And if you want to kind of just have it as an intention towards something, bring the palms together and think of the word or the thing that you are needing extra energy for. Just holding for a few moments here. Tantrics were all about kind of, you would say, wizardry or witchery, but really just this harnessing of energy like a turbine. Right? It brings the energy in and then it distributes it out. Hopefully using it for something that is uplifting. It's a high vibration anyway, so you couldn't really go to something low. And then we'll take our hands wherever you are, just rest them over the eyes, closing the eyelids. You might see little sparks of light or colors. Again, that is the magnetization of yourself after you've practiced. And then take your hands to the top of the skull, maybe your eyes gently open towards the ground, press down to the back of the head, press in to the back of the neck. Let the elbows release down and just massage the shoulders. And then let's take a little sweep. So sweeping the energy off the arms, like you're taking off your old skin, so that when you step out of the meditation, right, this etheric layer has been released and you can step into something new. And just bring your palms together, really press them into the top of the chest, heart, the belly, and the lower abdomen. And just sit for a moment, allowing like a new energy body to come into you so that you feel ready for whatever you're about to do next in this new bubble with clarity, wisdom, and insight. Hari Om, Om Tat Sat. Namaste. Thank you.